Day 266 for the vlog. Day rating's a 7. Felt like a lazy 7. Got up, the alarm went off at 6. And I snoozed it 2 or 3 times and just turned it off. I was like, I'm not ready. I need some rest. And it was pretty much asleep from 6:20, 6:30 until 8:20. Then I got up, did a first set of push-ups, walked the pup, had a nice 45 minute walk again. It was just nice. There's no other dogs out. The sun was starting to come up, so it felt warm. We weren't in the shade. She was sniffing everything, just taking her time, taking our time. It was nice, and then came back and said, all right, I need to get this running. I don't want to put it off. I have that feeling I can go, so let me just go. So I got out the door. I think it was 10 o'clock by the time I got out. Of course, I waited for my stomach to kind of get all the bad old food out because I had that bigger meal at Olive Garden the other day. So I knew having stomach issues on the long run, so I was like, I don't want any trouble. As soon as the stomach's good, then I'm good. So changed, got out the door, started the run, felt nice, I was a little bit worried, thought it was going to be a little bit warm, but it was great. No problems there. So I started out, and it's like 8:08 miles, so like great. Took the day before off. I think it's affecting my legs, so. But then the next mile was 7:38, 7:27, 7:30, so it's like, okay, I'm all right, hanging in there. Mile 5 was 7:27, 6 was 7:27, and then 7 was 7:23, mile 8 was 7:20. So obviously I'm like noticing I'm still feeling good, so I'm trying to roll just a little bit with it. And then mile 9 was 7:16, and I got back at mile 9, and I added on 0.25, 0.3, somewhere in there. I said, you know what, since it's cooler weather, I'm going to start running with the pup again. So I went and grabbed her leash, probably took a minute or two, and then it's like, all right, let's go for a run. I think she either knows by the words or excitement, just like, oh, we're going to run now. And she kind of looks at me like, is this the right thing to do? So she's smart. You just question it sometimes, but she's good. So we went around the block to get in that last 0.7, 0.65, whatever it was. It was off and on, but it was a 7:07 mile, so that's good. It's about what I wanted. I wanted the 10 miles. Didn't know how the last one was going to go, but we came back, and the pup was just... I think she just wasn't hydrated enough, and she just lay down in the tile to cool off a bit, which is fine. Gave her a little treat. She did a great job. I was trying to make my protein smoothie, and it was too frozen today. I was having issues with the blender, just blending the bottom half and not mixing anything, so this was the cup. Everything down here was just spinning, and nothing on the top was dropping in and getting mixed. It was just almost as if the blender was just spinning around in a circle, doing nothing. So I was like, okay, add a little more water, try to shake it up a little bit. Eventually got it. I made probably, 12 or 14 ounces, and I saved another about 8 ounces for dinner. But then after that, I had texted my friend, and I was asking, like, hey, have you ever seen an Ironman triathlon? Like, no, but I wouldn't mind going. Like, I'm thinking about going. I got 3 friends running it, or competing in it, because you do more than run. So if you want to go, let me know. She's like, okay, but I can't get there for at least an hour. I just got groceries. I need to go put them away and then grab the dog. I said, okay, cool. Like, it should be no problem. They got probably 4 or 5 hours left. So we got over there around 3, By the time we found parking, walked up, and we waited about an hour, didn't see him, and then right around 4:15, I saw my buddy Pawan. And like 2 minutes later, I saw Gary, and 10 minutes later, I saw my Wednesday training buddy Keith. And Pawan saw me real quick, smiled, and kind of pointed at me, and that was really nice. And I think it was even nicer because we noticed that a lot of the people just phased out. They were just hurting. They were tired. I don't know if the bike course was pretty tough. I heard it was changed this year. There wasn't like a big out and back. I heard it was a bunch of smaller turns, so I think kind of slowing down, picking it up again is going to take more energy out as opposed to just cruising and settling in a gear. I think it was a little bit windy today, so I think they had a lot of trouble. I think they had trouble with that, and they spent a lot more energy dealing with the wind and going around more turns. But yeah, just a lot of people looked like they were really hurting. Like no one was out of breath, but just looked fatigued, which is understandable. They were already, so if it was 4 o'clock, I believe the race started at 6:15, somewhere in there. So they're already running for 10 hours. They're already competing for 10 hours. Which is amazing. Yeah, I saw Pawan pointed at me, say, "Hey, good to see you." I'm like, "Yeah, man, good to see you too. Keep rolling. You're gonna do great." And I saw Gary, and Gary just kind of smiled, and he was just trying to get his shuffle going. And I think he was just trying to find his legs and keep moving, but he was trucking. And then I saw Keith, and Keith was just, it's like, "Good job, Keith. Come on, buddy, keep rolling. Let's roll. You got it. Remember your training." And he just like froze, like dead eyes. Just his body was doing it, but his mind was kind of like, "Is it done yet? Is it done yet? Is it done yet?" Like that's the way it looked. I don't know how he was feeling. I didn't get a chance to talk to him yet. Hopefully on Wednesday I see him. But I imagine he might take 2 or 3 weeks off too. But kind of funny story he had told me on that Wednesday mile run. He's like, "Dang man, you ran a 5:03," and it's like, "Yeah, that's just what I'm doing. I'm gearing for the mile, so I should be considerably faster or have a fast mile." It's like, "Man, I'd give anything to run that." I was like, "You're training for the Ironman, and you ran, I think the 5:30s, I want to say, or 5:28 high." And I was like, "So I'm only 25 seconds in front of you, and yet you have more pace to go at a longer distance." I was like, "If you want to trade that 1 mile for an Ironman, like let's do it, man. Like that's a lot of work you're putting in. So to do that kind of work and have that speed is fantastic. So keep it up, buddy." But then, it's just a cool moment. You okay, puppy? She's having a little nightmare. Legs twitching over there. We're okay. We're okay. Okay, so back to the triathlon. They were doing the loop. I don't know if it was 3 or 4 loops. It could have even been more. I need to look up the course exactly, but I know I saw a couple people 2 or 3 times, so I'm thinking it was at least 3, if not more, loops. So I saw my friends for the first one, and the sun was starting to set, and we didn't have jackets, and the dog was panicking because Father Dog was like, let's head out. I think it was nice to say hi. I don't want to be here sitting in the cold and the grass and get bit by a bunch of mosquitoes, and I don't want the dog freaking out. So let's just head out. And I came back, and my buddy Brian had texted me and was like, "Yeah, I saw Pawan out there." I don't know if he just walked across the street to get food or what, but he said he saw him. And he was looking up updates, and he was checking their pace and what miles they were at. So that was really cool of him. But he's like, "You want to head out?" I was like, "Man, I'm tired. Like, I'm beat. I don't know if it was that 10-mile run then, because I haven't run that far in a while." or doing that run and then being out there for a couple hours just in the sun. I don't know if I wasn't hydrated enough, but it's like I'm beat. I'm gonna call it a night. So it was nice to see friends, cheer them on. It was nice to text a few friends, and that was it for the day. Just my run, and then going to go cheer on the friends' competition. The smoothie for dinner. I should have went to the store, but I just had a peanut butter sandwich and the chips I had on a plate, and I sat down, and they just whoosh, over half of them just flew off the plate. So I was a little upset with that. And then, yeah, that's the day. Oh well, go to the grocery store in the morning, be alright. But short week this week, got Thanksgiving this week, so that'll be nice. Got some plans with the fam, and we'll talk about that, I guess, more later this week. I'm gonna call it a night. So run your life with health and happiness, and have a good night.